On 2 mornings in August 1945, the world changed forever. In less than a week, 2 Japanese cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, were destroyed by atomic bombs. The explosions killed tens of thousands instantly, and many more in the weeks and years that followed. These bombings ended World War II, but they also opened the nuclear age, an age that still shapes our lives today. By mid-1945, Nazi Germany had surrendered, but the Pacific War raged on. Japan's army fought fiercely, refusing to give in, even as cities were firebombed and resources ran out. The United States faced a terrible choice: launch a massive land invasion that could cost hundreds of thousands of lives, or use a weapon never before seen. That weapon was the atomic bomb, created in secret under the Manhattan Project. President Harry Truman believed using it might quickly end the war. At 8:15 a.m., the B-29 bomber Enola Gay released the first atomic bomb, nicknamed Little Boy. In seconds, Hiroshima, a city of 350,000 people, was engulfed in fire and blinding light. Temperatures near the epicenter rose above 3,000 degrees Celsius. Buildings were flattened, and tens of thousands simply vanished in the blast. About 70,000 people were killed instantly. In the days and weeks that followed, radiation sickness claimed tens of thousands more. Survivors, known as hibakusha, carried physical and emotional scars for the rest of their lives. 3 days later, on August 9, the United States struck again. The second bomb, nicknamed Fat Man, was dropped on the city of Nagasaki. Because of the hilly terrain, some areas were shielded, but the destruction was still immense. About 40,000 people were killed instantly, and by the end of 1945, the death toll had reached around 70,000. Families were torn apart, entire neighborhoods erased, and survivors faced years of illness and hardship. On August 15, just days after the bombings, Emperor Hirohito announced Japan's surrender, the first time the Japanese people had ever heard his voice. On September 2, aboard the USS Missouri, Japan formally capitulated, ending World War II. The bombings, combined with the Soviet Union's entry into the war, forced Japan's hand. But they also sparked an ethical debate that continues to this day. Was the use of nuclear weapons justified, or was it a crime against humanity? Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain the only times nuclear weapons have been used in war. The destruction shocked the world and ignited an arms race that defined the Cold War. Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain the only times nuclear weapons have been used in war. The destruction shocked the world and ignited an arms race that defined the Cold War. But the cities also became symbols of peace. Each year, survivors and their descendants remind the world of what happened, urging nations to prevent nuclear war. Their message is clear: never again. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki brought World War II to a sudden close, but at a terrible human cost. They showed the unimaginable power of nuclear weapons and the devastating consequences of their use. Today, these tragedies remain a warning. We cannot control the past, but we can learn from it, and choose to ensure that such destruction is never unleashed again.